Have you ever met someone whose very presence feels almost magical? The kind of person who walks into a room and, without saying much, you suddenly feel calmer, lighter, and somehow uplifted. It's as if they carry an invisible radiance, a quiet glow that reaches into your heart and makes you feel safe, inspired, and at peace. You may not be able to explain it in words, but you know something about them is different. What is that quality? Why do some people seem to vibrate at a higher frequency, while others remain caught in the noise and heaviness of daily life? This is not just a matter of personality or charm. According to ancient spiritual wisdom, and as Paramahansa Yogananda often reminded us, we are beings of energy, of vibration. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take creates a vibration within you and around you. Some vibrations are heavy, born of fear, anger, greed, or restlessness. These vibrations pull us down, clouding our natural light. But other vibrations are luminous, filled with peace, love, clarity, and divine awareness. When a person lives more in these higher vibrations, their entire being begins to radiate something extraordinary. The truth is, we are all capable of reaching this state. It is not reserved only for saints or sages. Anyone who chooses to live in harmony with the higher laws of the soul can begin to rise in vibration. And when that happens, life itself changes. Experiences become richer, intuition becomes sharper, relationships become deeper, and the connection with the divine becomes a living reality. So, dear seeker, let us explore together the 7 things that only highly vibrational people experience, and see how these signs may already be awakening in your own life. The very first and perhaps the most unmistakable sign of a highly vibrational person is their deep and unshakable inner peace. Imagine the surface of the ocean, sometimes calm, sometimes turbulent, waves rising and falling without rest. Most people live only on that surface, tossed around by circumstances, moods, and worries. But a highly vibrational soul lives in the depths, where the waters are always still. Even when storms rage on the surface, the deep ocean remains calm and untouched. This is exactly how such people experience life. They are not immune to challenges. They also face difficulties, loss, and responsibilities, but the way they respond is very different. Instead of reacting with panic or anger, they remain centered. Instead of being disturbed by every small event, they see the bigger picture. Their peace is not dependent on what is happening around them, it flows from within. Paramahansa Yogananda often said that true peace is not the absence of problems, but the presence of God. He described it as the silent bliss of the soul, a calmness that remains no matter what changes take place in the outer world. This inner calm is not dull or lifeless, it is vibrant, full of quiet strength, and it gently influences everyone around. You may notice that being near such a person makes your own heart quieter, your own thoughts softer. Their vibration is so high that it naturally harmonizes the energy of others. This profound peace is not something far away from you. It is already present in your soul, waiting to be uncovered. Through meditation, prayer, or simply by pausing in stillness, you can begin to taste this same depth. And once you find it, you will know why inner peace is the true wealth of the spirit. Another beautiful sign of a highly vibrational person is their deep and natural attraction to truth and wisdom. When the soul begins to rise, ordinary pleasures lose their grip. The constant craving for distractions, endless entertainment, gossip, or meaningless pursuits gradually fades away. Instead, there awakens a thirst for something real, something lasting, something eternal. Such people find themselves drawn to books of wisdom, uplifting conversations, and spiritual practices that nourish the soul. You may notice they are not easily entertained by negativity or shallow talk. Their heart is no longer satisfied by temporary pleasures, because it longs for higher nourishment, the food of truth. Paramahansa Yogananda beautifully explained that truth is not a matter of belief, it is a matter of direct experience. A high vibrational soul does not blindly accept teachings, nor do they follow traditions only for the sake of habit. Instead, they seek to experience truth within themselves. For them, meditation, prayer, and inner reflection are not duties, they are necessities. Just as the body craves food, the soul craves the wisdom of spirit. This attraction to truth is not about becoming serious or detached from life. On the contrary, it makes life more alive. Even the simplest activities, walking, eating, working, become opportunities to learn and grow. Such people often feel guided toward teachers, books, or experiences that reveal deeper insights, almost as if life itself is arranging their path. This love for wisdom is a natural sign that the vibration of the soul is rising. And the more you feed this hunger for truth, by studying uplifting teachings, reflecting on them, and practicing them, the stronger it becomes. In time, the seeker discovers that the greatest wisdom is not outside but within, shining in the silence of their own soul. Another profound experience of highly vibrational people is the natural blossoming of empathy and compassion. As the soul rises in vibration, the walls of ego begin to dissolve. The rigid feeling of I and mine softens, and the heart starts to sense the joys and sorrows of others as its own. Compassion is no longer a concept, it becomes a living force flowing from within. Such individuals may not need to hear every detail of someone's struggle. Simply by being near, they can feel what another is going through. Their heart responds with kindness, not out of obligation, but out of genuine oneness. Just as the sun cannot help but shine, they cannot help but care. Paramahansa Yogananda said, "When you feel for others as much as you feel for yourself, you know God is awakening in you." This is the essence of compassion. It is not sentimental weakness, but the strength of the soul recognizing itself in all beings. High vibrational people express this compassion in simple, practical ways. It may be through a gentle word, a listening ear, or a quiet prayer for someone in need. Often, they uplift others without even trying, through a smile, an encouraging glance, or just their calm presence. Their vibration creates a space where others feel seen, valued, and safe. This empathy, however, does not drain them. Because their compassion flows from a higher source, it replenishes rather than exhausts. They serve without losing themselves, because their giving is connected to spirit. When you begin to feel more deeply for others, when kindness flows effortlessly from your heart, know that your vibration is rising. For compassion is not only the mark of a high soul, it is also the pathway through which the soul draws nearer to God. One of the most precious gifts experienced by highly vibrational people is a clear and reliable inner guidance, what Paramahansa Yogananda often called the voice of the soul. While most people live caught in constant noise, pulled in many directions by restless thoughts and conflicting desires, a high vibrational soul develops an inner compass that points steadily toward truth. This guidance often shows itself as intuition, a quiet knowing that does not come from logic alone. It might be a gentle inner nudge, a sudden clarity in decision-making, or a subtle feeling that one path is right while another is not. Unlike the loud chatter of the mind, intuition is soft, calm, and unmistakably clear. Yogananda explained that the more the mind is stilled through meditation and right living, the more easily the soul's wisdom can shine through. Highly vibrational people, having purified much of their inner restlessness, naturally begin to hear this inner voice. They do not need to overanalyze or worry endlessly. Instead, they pause, listen, and trust the quiet whisper within. This intuition does not only guide them in spiritual matters. It also influences daily life, relationships, choices, even the timing of events. They may find themselves meeting the right person at the right time, discovering opportunities effortlessly, or avoiding difficulties through a subtle inner warning. To the outside world, it may look like coincidence or luck, but in truth it is the soul in tune with divine wisdom. Dear seeker, you too can awaken this inner guidance. By calming the mind, practicing meditation, and living with sincerity, the inner voice becomes clearer day by day. And when you learn to trust it, you will discover that God's wisdom is always present, ready to guide you at every step of your journey. Another clear sign of a highly vibrational person is the gradual freedom from negative attachments. Most people live chained to habits, desires, and emotional patterns that drain their energy. These attachments may come in the form of addictions, toxic relationships, unhealthy routines, or endless cravings for material things. They create heaviness in the heart and keep the soul bound to restlessness. But when vibration rises, these chains begin to break. A highly vibrational soul no longer feels pulled by destructive habits or compulsive desires. They may still enjoy life's simple joys, but they are not enslaved by them. Their happiness is not dependent on possessions, approval, or constant stimulation, it flows from within. Paramahansa Yogananda often reminded seekers that true freedom is not found in running away from life, but in mastering oneself within life. High vibrational people live in the same world as everyone else, but they walk through it lightly. Anger, gossip, and material obsession no longer hold power over them. Instead, they are drawn toward purity, harmony, and simplicity. This freedom does not make them cold or detached. On the contrary, it makes them more alive, because they are no longer burdened by inner conflict. Their energy is not wasted in constant craving or resistance, it is directed toward love, creativity, and spiritual growth. You may notice that such souls radiate joy in the simplest things, a quiet walk, a sincere conversation, or a moment of silence. Their freedom allows them to live more fully in the present, unclouded by restlessness. Dear seeker, remember that this same freedom is your birthright. By gradually releasing what no longer serves your higher self, you create space for the soul's light to shine. And in that light, you will find a joy far greater than any worldly attachment can give. One of the most visible signs of a highly vibrational person is the radiant energy they naturally carry. You may have noticed that some people, without even speaking, change the entire atmosphere of a room. Their very presence makes others feel calmer, lighter, and more hopeful. This is not imagination, it is the real effect of their spiritual vibration. Such souls radiate what Paramahansa Yogananda called soul magnetism. Their aura, filled with peace, love, and purity, silently influences those around them. People often feel comforted or inspired in their company, even if no words are exchanged. Just sitting near them can feel like entering a safe space where your own thoughts and emotions begin to settle. This radiant energy does not come from outer beauty, power, or charm, it comes from inner alignment with spirit. The more a person lives in harmony with truth, the more their very body, face, and voice become channels of divine light. Yogananda himself carried such magnetism. Many seekers described how simply being in his presence felt like being uplifted into a higher state of consciousness. Highly vibrational people do not try to impress others. Their radiance is effortless, like the fragrance of a flower or the warmth of the sun. They may speak little, but their vibration speaks volumes. Their calmness heals tension, their joy awakens hope, and their kindness melts away barriers. Dear seeker, you too can develop this radiant energy. By purifying your thoughts, meditating daily, and practicing love and forgiveness, your own inner light will begin to shine. And as it shines, you will find that without even trying, you uplift others simply by being yourself. This is one of the greatest gifts of living at a high vibration, the power to inspire and heal through presence alone. So, dear seeker, we have now walked through the 7 beautiful experiences of highly vibrational souls: inner peace, a love for truth, deep compassion, intuitive guidance, freedom from attachments, radiant energy, and a living connection with the divine. These are not distant ideals. They are the natural qualities of your own soul, waiting patiently to be uncovered. Every step you take toward calmness, kindness, and self-awareness raises your vibration and brings you closer to this state of divine harmony. Remember, the journey is not about perfection. It is about progress. Each time you choose peace over anger, truth over illusion, or love over fear, your vibration rises. And little by little, you become the light that uplifts others. Yogananda often reminded us that even a single person living in high vibration can be a blessing to the whole world. That person can be you. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which of these 7 experiences do you feel is already awakening in your life? Or, if you simply wish to affirm your spiritual journey, you can type Jai Gurudev in the comments as a way of offering your vibration to this shared space of seekers. And tell me, what topic would you like us to explore in the next video? Perhaps you wish to dive deeper into meditation, karma, or the mysteries of the soul. Your suggestions are precious, because together we can shape this journey of wisdom and light. If this message touched your heart, please like this video, share it with someone who may need this reminder, and subscribe for more spiritual guidance. Thank you for walking with me today. Until we meet again, may your soul keep rising higher and higher. Jai Gurudev.